Good luck, Parker, and we'll leave you
See,
to it.
the bummer of this is that the speaker card for me has new short hair, and I've since grown out my hair a significant amount. So I was hoping to like full surprise on y'all, but just take a look at that picture and think about if I have really long hair, and it looks better than Scott's.
Oh, I love it.
You're getting a round of applause from the. I don't know if you could hear the popcorn in the back of the room, but yeah. So I will introduce you now, and I'm going to be very mean. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, someone who spoke at BeerCon3 and played a musical outro as well.
Absolutely.
Holy shit. Parker Seaman, burnout is not required. Parker, take it away, my friend.
Thing. Well, thank you all for having me. As mentioned, my name is Parker Seaman, and I'm going to do a little talk here on burnout. First, to do this right, I'll talk about myself for a little while. So who am I? My name is Parker Seaman, as mentioned. I'm a senior in grad school studying cyber defense and also working as a DevSecOps engineer. Always really enjoyed learning about security and also being able to share what I've learned with others. What I found is the most interesting part of the cybersecurity world for me is the intersection between people and computers and how those relate to each other. And it's because of that I think that the talk about burnout and mental health is worth talking about, as with these computers really don't do anything unless they have a person behind them. So that's who I am, and here is why should you listen to me. Well, to be quite honest, I don't have a lot to compel you here. I am just standard regular guy, with my main qualification here being that I have experienced burnout, as I imagine other people have. Which is why I want to present this talk as a set of ideas, but not as a definitive solution. The problem of burnout cannot be easily encompassed fully in the time that this talk takes up. But however, what I can do is bring some attention to the issue, and I hope that doing so it can encourage further conversation and potentially improvements to the problem of burnout. So now that I've explained myself a little bit, let's get into this. What is Burnout? Burnout is a series of racing games developed by Criterion Games. The first two games are published by Acclaim Entertainment, while later installments, and this is a funny joke. What Burnout actually is well, if you go by the WHO's classification or definition, is burnout is a syndrome conceptualized as a result of chronic workspace stress that has not been successfully managed. And the ways that this manifests itself is you have people who are in a career, a position that they have sought after, worked to the point where they no longer find it rewarding or engaging, and can lead to the point of people wanting to leave that career entirely, just because they can't be in that kind of environment anymore. So, I mean, why it could be considered like why should this matter? If, let's say, I hear in the news frequently about how there is a shortage of security engineers, and more people are going into that field to fill the gaps. Well, part of the reason first of all, I think the first reason it should matter is if you're a hiring manager, or if you're looking at it from just a purely utilitarian point of view, that stressed people are less productive, plain and simple. So if you have all these people who are experiencing burnout, trying to perform their jobs, they're just not going to do it as good. What I think is a stronger factor for why we should be addressing burnout is just taking care of people. You spend a significant portion of your life at your job doing work, and I just don't think it's right that people should be having to experience all of that time with feelings of stress and anxiety and depression and all these terrible things that burnout can lead people to have. So if we have this issue, why, or if this is an issue, like why is it happening in the first place. And to try to answer this question, I asked around to a number of different people, friends I have, and other people of working in cybersecurity industry to try to get an idea of why we have this. And I had gone into this with the thought that it could be pinned down to just a couple of reasons that if I got a list of them, then we could better address it. What I found is that the reasons people feel burned out are as complex and varied as individuals are themselves. That said, I do believe that there is an overarching issue that plagues people here, that there is not enough support. And to give an example, in a previous job of mine, there was many times where I did feel overwhelmed with the workload I had, both whether it was just regular workplace tasks or activities, or when there was a crunch time with certain events going on that would stress out me and other coworkers. But I never felt burnt out. And I think I can contribute a significant portion to that. Of my manager at the time was very good at making time for all of the people of her team. Would have 15 to 30-minute one-on-ones with every member of the team every week, so people could be able to talk about not just what's going on at work, but individual things that are going on in everybody's life that might be affecting their workflow. And it wasn't always something that I needed, but it was something that let me feel better to know that I was being supported. And that's from my perspective on this issue. And talking to other people, it seems like a lot of problems people have would be not necessarily always fixed, but at least assisted with better support from those around them. And I want to expand that out from just a leadership point, but from just a community as a whole, which I want to have that play into the next point of, if those are the kinds of things that can potentially help fix this issue of burnout, what can we as individuals do to help better address this issue? And like I mentioned, with bad slide timing, communication is key. But going back to what can we do to try to fix this? I have to go back to, I'm just some guy and I can't fix this myself. If I could, I would say there should be better standards for how we treat people, how we engage with our workforces, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't have that kind of power. All I can do is encourage us to continue to make this known, make sure we communicate it, and work together to create a understanding that this is a thing that does happen, that people coming into this career who experience this and have not had it before can know that it's okay and it is important to take care of yourself, because you matter. That's the main part about that. I think that just a continued discussion, understanding, and cooperation is the best way forward we have to address this mental health issue we have in our career. And through that, we can work towards better standards and treatment of everyone around us. I finished my talk last year with a little musical number, and that was fun. But the tone of this talk, I feel like, is different from that one, and I am apologizing. I apologize, but it doesn't feel right to do it this time. So I will end with just a simple notion of just be good to each other. Thank you.
And that's, can't argue
That's
with that.
probably the best advice ever.
It's pretty damn good advice, isn't it? It's the classic "don't be a dick," and I think we've all been a dick from time to time, and I think you learn
Yeah.
from it. You'd like to think you do anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
share my final I
go
forgot
ahead.
to share my final slide where I link. Where I
Oh,
link my stuff.
get your final slide.
We'll
up.
get your
Yeah,
final
let's-
slide
Let's
up.
have a look at that.
We never got to see your face, Parker, so the very least you can do is share your contact information and let people know how to find you and see your
No,
face.
it's not sharing. This is great. Everything's going good.
increase Windows swap file.
It's okay.
Download
Don't worry
more
about it.
RAM,
At least
it's
there's no
not
echo.
working.
Yeah.
No.
Defrag your hard drive.
Take it. Well, what you can do is just take a screenshot and then share it on the Discord channel.
I can
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can always
I
do that.
I can also.
Yeah.
The slides are not making it to the full slide. This is so good. Nothing's.
You can.
It's,
Here,
it's good,
Look,
man.
you could. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Secret Saudi. He's really in the Gray office.
So for anybody watching, or well, if you're watching, you can read. But if you're not watching and you're listening, it's
And you can't read.
at strongthanny_.
Yeah.
Okay. And the blog is blog.strongthanny.cc. Strong THANY.
ANY, yes.
And I'll note that the blog is down right now because my reverse proxy is broken and grad school is keeping me very busy. And while I'd like to have my blog up, I paid enough money for the classes, so I should probably do that first.
Yeah,
that's
no,
fine.
we totally get.
And
get
then
that.
also,
Best of luck with
I'll be starting a podcast soon with a friend and hoping to talk about cybersecurity, the ethics of security, and also just whatever happens to fall out of our mouth. That is also not up yet, but you can find it probably sometime next month at telnet.show. That's TELLNET.SHOW.
Yeah, we're definitely going to check that stuff out. Just coming back to the point on your talk, the feedback on the chat has been awesome.
Yeah.
But reference I didn't want to finish with the musical number because it just didn't feel appropriate. Absolutely right. That's fine. But for those of you who didn't tune into BeerCon3 last year, you missed out on some amazing sax playing at the end.
You did.
You can
Yeah.
find the
From
clip at
yourself.
at the Beer Farmers YouTube channel or their Twitch.
Yeah, so
can.
you don't have to miss out.
No.
If you go to youtube.com/the Beer Farmers, look at the BC2 BeerCon2 playlist, look for Strong Thanny,
Or just watch them all.
or watch them all.
Yeah.
But if you really want to see the sax, there is. But if sax is your thing,
Yeah.
dig
Yeah.
out Strong Thanny
There's another
and Parker's
benefit of
talk.
that. You can see its face and then imagine the long hair.
Yeah. Just basically Photoshop my hair out, paste it on.
No, Scott, your hair's not.
Uh,
Oh,
It's
my
not-
hair is
it's
not.
not
join
good
the
enough,
join the
though.
Discord. I'll post some selfies there. I'll dox myself.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
nice. We want some selfies. Get your selfies into the Discord.
On the Discord, so that's beercon.tv/Discord. But
Nice.
we expect that. I've not even looked at Discord since we started the con. I'm guessing there's quite a lot of chatter in there at the moment.
Yeah. That's
Fantastic.
quite a fair amount.
All right, Parker. Have a great weekend. Thanks ever so much. Never mind the technical blips. We got the material. We heard your voice. You did a great job. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We love you, man. Have a good one.
Cheers.